Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the evening stream once again. And I have named the evening stream Questioning Everything for a good reason, as I have been absolutely bombarded by so much information in the last few days, and Growler has too. So we're going to try and give it to you as easily as we can. At the moment, I can't see the chat, guys, and I'm not really sure why. But I will work that out as we go along. Here we go. Now it's there. All right. So good evening. And we have Growler in the house. Hi, Growler.
Hi, sis. How are you?
I am awesome. How are you?
Good. Oh, mate, yeah, getting there. I just want to quickly say to people that it's been pretty hard to, with all the censorship, all that sort of thing with YT. We're not going to produce any articles or videos, but what I've done is I've just gone through what's happening in Australia worldwide. So I'll be going through a war plan sort of thing, going from unkinetic to kinetic. And if you guys have any questions or anything like that on the chat, please let me, write them down, and I'll answer them the best I can. But I'll go into that when it's my time to talk, if that's all right. But great to be with you, everybody, and great to be with you, Beck.
Absolutely. And we'll do a shout out a bit later on when a few more people jump in. But everybody that's in the house, thank you for being here. We do love you. We think about you guys all the time, and we are connected by a spiritual bond. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah,
I know
absolutely.
that I feel things sometimes, and I know that maybe somebody, you know, like say Anne, if I think of Anne, that she's actually thinking of me at that time, because our spiritual connection is getting stronger, even though the darkness is getting stronger. But our light, you know, darkness and light can't live together. So we have to be that light on the hill. Now, as I was saying, I really want to get into the meat of this straight away about what I've been doing. And I'm going to leave this entirely up to you, my family. I want you to search this matter out, and I want you to get back to me and let me know what you feel on the next stream. We can have an actual chat about it, and we'll do a stream just to chat about this particular subject. A subject I want to bring up, I hope you're ready for it, and don't go, oh no, is Tartaria and the 1,000-year reign of Yeshua. Has it happened? Now, has everybody got a pen and paper? Just tap a yes in, you guys. There's 20 of you in here. I want everybody. I'm going to give you time. Go and get a pen and paper. There are some channels I need for you to write down, and also would like you guys to give us a shout out, because, you know, we all need to get together here. You know, give the channel a shout out when you go over there. Say that we sent you. But I really need you guys to get a pen and paper, because I'm going to give you some channels that you need to look at. As I said, I don't want to ramble on too much about this, because this is going to be another spiritual journey for those who are awake, those who have the Holy Spirit and can see beyond this veil. And guys, I've been poking my head through the veil, and it's ugly, but we have to do that sometimes to realize the beauty that we are going to inherit. And it's a very, very, look, we've been tricked so much. We have been tricked the whole way through. We know that. But what I wanted to really emphasize is that this journey that I'm partaking on with this side of it is giving me the feelings I had when I found out about our system and the lies that NASA told us, and Disney, and that feeling of horror, grief, being lied to. That's all come back, but it's good. I'm prepared this time. This time I'm not a baby anymore in the awakening. I'm a full-grown adult, and I know you guys know what I'm talking about.
I'm not.
Yeah. I love you. I love you. So this is a very serious, it's a very serious situation that I've found myself in with this information. And I would only do this if the Holy Spirit is leading me. And I have not been left alone about it. I've been given confirmation, even sitting there this morning with you, Growler, when I was just sitting on the step of your van and I looked in and there's a newspaper there, and the only thing I could see on that newspaper was the number 1000.
Yeah.
And I really tossed up whether to talk about this with you guys, because I know it's very deep. And yes, I am Yah's child. I am doing a live stream where anybody wants to give their testimony. Guys, we will do that next week. That will be so good. So I need you guys to email me, beckfromoz@gmail.com. Tell me if you want to come on, because we'll only be able to have so many within an hour. So I can organise it with you guys how long to run the stream for, an hour and a half, and we can drop the StreamYard link for you guys, and we would be more than happy to have your testimony, how you came to know all this stuff, your awakening with Yeshua. Mine goes back a very long time, but, we all go cold, and then he shook us all up about 3, 4, 5 years ago. So we know that this is very urgent, and we can't play house anymore. This is so urgent, guys. I can't tell you. Okay. I need you guys to write these channels down, please. Please take a minute, jump off chat, grab a pen. Now, the first one I'm going to give you is There's No Place Like Home. Okay? There's no place like home. The second one I'm going to give you is Conspiracies Are Us. Yes, it's Hey, darling, how you going, my hubby? I love you. Paul McCallan's in the house. He's at work doing what a good man should do, and unfortunately, in the system, but not for long. Guys. He's coming out of the system very shortly. So it'd be great to have you here, Paul, and my hubby in real life today, but we'll catch up with you. All right, guys, so Conspiracies Are Us. Now, don't be put off by the name. This guy actually, he's not preaching. He's just showing. He's just showing you, okay, and making you think. The second one is Michelle Gibson, all right? Michelle Gibson. And like I said, please say that Beck from Oz and Growler sent you over, or we'll just put Beck from Oz channel. Then we have... Well, it's not that, but you're not actually...
I'm joking.
I should change the name of it now. I don't know. I've been tossing that up for quite a while.
No.
But people don't seem to like change very much, and unfortunately that's what we're going through. We're going through the biggest change that we've ever had. Okay, so the third one is Wise Up. Wise Up. Just for something a little bit different. He mixes it up a bit, but I want you guys to explore about the trees, about the ancient trees, about some of the, the mountains, how they've built. They say that they've built into stone, and you can look and you can see it is a massive tree that they've carved out. And before whatever happened, the cataclysm, that they could get into the tree because it was soft. But then after the cataclysm, it created calcified and went to stone, just like the bones have turned to stone. Guys, we're going a level deeper, okay? We need to do this. We need to educate ourselves on every piece of the puzzle, and that's all I've been doing. And it's hard, and we grieve, and it's horrible sometimes. But we were chosen to take the red pill. A lot of you are by yourselves. I have my whole family here, and I'm just so gifted by my Father. And that's why we've been sent to do this, Growler and I, because he's given us the strength. But I realise that you guys, a lot of you are by yourselves, and this is where you need strength. This is where we need the gathering. We call this a gathering. It's not church. Church is the word of a Roman Empire, and I hate that. And my Father hates that. So this is our gathering, and we can get strength from each other. You guys can talk to each other here, but we need to delve deeper, guys. There's another level to this that we've all missed. Not all of us. Now, Growler will be, sorry, there is another one I need you to write down. Exploring Tartaria. She hasn't done a lot on it. There's not hundreds of videos. There's probably 20 videos, but Oh man, hit it on the head. Okay, so exploring Tartaria. There's no place like home. Wise up, Michelle Gibson, and conspiracies are us. If you guys, that's your homework. I want you to get back to me and let me know. And Mud Fossil University, absolutely fine, forgiven and blessed. Yes, look, Roger tries his hardest. He's got some funny little ideas, but at the end of the day, Roger from Mud Fossil, he's done the DNA testing. He knows what he's looking at. And I've picked up things now only because of Roger that now I can identify that that's not a rock that you're looking at. That could be a heart, or I've actually got a heart. I found a heart. I found where the aorta goes in and comes out. I've got one. Remember Growler? I found it at the
Yep.
rough base.
Yep.
Okay? That day when we took the family out. Okay?
Yep.
And church is two or more gathered together, Anthony Dickinson, in the name of Yah. Absolutely. Thank you, Anthony. And to all of you that are here, we will give a shout out, like I said. But I think I've covered that part that I wanted to cover. That it's more that I want you guys now. I'm giving you guys something that you can do on your own. If I sit here and tell you everything about it, I'll wreck it for you. I want you to see it through your eyes that the Holy Spirit gives you. Excuse me. Now, Growler has some, I wouldn't say great news, I'd say some terrible things to tell you really about what's going on in our country. And it seems that we are the test bed for all of this, but this is no drill. This is not a drill. It's just like Roger Waters said, his last album was called This Is Not a Drill, because he knows. And I saw that man in concert, and he said at the end of the concert in 2016 or 15, he said, they're going to kill you all, but they're going to kill themselves in the process. He said that to those 1,500 people that were sitting there watching, and I don't know how many listened, but my husband and I walked away from there going, wow, he knows something, guys. He knows because he's in the know, and I don't think he's saved, but I don't think he's one of them either. Everybody, please pray for Roger Waters. Really, do it. He's given us some of the best music in history, so do it. Now, okay, Growler, I'm so sorry. I have got more to say. Who said that,
That's
Beck? Kip, who said
that?
Beck? Growler,
No,
maybe
it was
after the stream.
Roger Waters. He was saying who said that that they're going to kill
Waters.
us, and Roger Waters.
Pink Floyd, the creator of Pink Floyd, Kip. Now, yes, we will put links in the description. Nessie's going to have to do that for me later. He's not here at the moment, so I'm actually running the stream. But I will get him to put those links in for you, the ones I said. All right? I just have to wait for him to come back. You found a heart. Can you ever show us? Yeah, sure, I will. I'll have to find where I put it. Forgiven and blessed. I will do that. I'll have to find where it is, though. So I've got rocks everywhere now. I've got things I can show you, like Roger. I do. I know what I'm looking at, and it's just not what we were told. And everything, guys, you guys are awake. Come on. Everything, nearly everything was a lie. Vernon, we love you. Hello, Vernon. I'm so sorry I've been so quiet. I'm so busy. I'm so busy, and I've been a little bit, what would you say? Let's say it without getting in trouble here. I've had sinus problems, and it's really been bothering me, and I've just been staying quiet and studying. So we never forget about you, Vernon, not at all. All right, Mr. Man, over to you and your bad news.
First of all, thank you. There's a few things I want to point out. First of all, we will do a shout out to all you guys, but I will send a shout out to the lovely Anne. Thanks, mate. You're always here, and we will do a shout out soon. Now, I don't know if you guys, I've said in other streams, I really have done a lot of military study and how wars are fought, and how the World War One was fought, how World War Two was fought, and then you've got Vietnam, and then you've got then you've got Gulf War One and Two, and then if you go back even before World War One, and how many wars were fought between then and now, that's what history says. You can see how the history of warfare changes. Now, you do hear about on other channels, and you read the news and all this sort of stuff. You read the news. Russia is, what, let's say 35 kilometers away west of Hawaii with 20 ships, you know, and they're operating in international waters still. So who gives a crap? So it's all posturing, you know, when you see countries saying, we're going to go over here, we're testing a new missile, we're doing all that sort of thing. I mean, when they say they're testing a new missile, I mean, that's old stuff. I mean, it really is old stuff. They're not going to tell you their latest missile. They're not going to do this. They're not going to do that. They've got something 5 generations ahead, and they're not going to let the layman know in the public of the capabilities of their new weapon systems and this sort of stuff. Now, when I was working at defence and trade shows, we thought we knew a fair bit of the ins and outs, let's say, of the surface ceiling of a Super Hornet or a Growler or F-22 and that sort of thing. We, you know, we thought we knew. We thought we knew. We'd talk to the pilots, we'd talk to the maintainers, we'd talk to the Mike people, as we call them, the military industrial complex. And, you know, let's say a surface ceiling of a Super Hornet is 50,000 feet. Well, it's above 60,000 feet. You know, let's say the power plant of, if it's, let's say a power plant of a Growler that's running the 2 GE 414 engines, and they're saying, well, they've got 22,500 pounds of thrust in each engine. You know, it's more likely 26, 27. So you can see where it's coming. Then they're not going to give you the capabilities of that asset, that war asset in the general populace. So what I'm trying to say here is you've really got to start looking at different sides of warfare here. It is because it evolves. I mean, like I said, you know, let's say Russia's moving this and China's doing this, you know. If they're moving assets and they're moving assets into place, you know, that's kinetic warfare. And if we go into bio warfare, that's unkinetic warfare, okay? So they know how to trick people. They really know how to trick people. So what I want to, the message that I am trying to get across to you is what you read, let's say in MSN and the likes, and there are some good websites out there. I go onto Jane's Defence, and they're pretty good, but there's only one or two, you know, that you can really, you know, grab information from, and then sort of like if you know a regular warfare, asymmetric warfare, grey zone warfare. See, they combine it all in together, psychological warfare, all this sort of stuff. So what they're telling you is people are saying, oh, the war's imminent, you know, they're going to blow up this, they're going to blow up that. Now, they will at some point. I think it'd be a limited exchange, but until that happens, it's all in your face. It's all in front of you. And this is what people have to understand. Now,
it is the silent war with silent weapons. And we know what we're talking about, the sting. We know that it's the sting. Okay, so you can tell them what's going on in our country with this.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So now most Western countries, most Western nations have brought in all these restrictions where they lock down. You cannot go you can't go over 5 kilometers from your home. You can only go out to the supermarket to get your groceries, and then you come home. Sorry, guys. That was a bit of wind. It was my fault. And then they say, well, you can go out and get medical care. There's only 4 reasons to leave home. So you've got to understand how these people are trying to condition you. Okay, so it's through psychological warfare, and that psychological warfare is the most damaging part of warfare that you can get. Now, what they're doing, I've said this in other live streams as well. Western countries, they're all falling down. Now you have a look at Russia and China, they've all combined. Now, the same sort of restrictions in countries are the same, is running on the same model that China and Russia operate from. So there's your psychological bit, there's your conditioning bit. So we all know about the Depop program. Let's say you're different. I think we agreed to call it this cis pricks. And we're talking about the pricks in the arms. That's what I'm saying.
That's right.
So
that's right.
the different pricks in the arms, your different flavors and that sort of thing. They've all got a different. They've all got a different role to play. If you have a look at a jet fighter, if you buy a jet fighter, you want a multi-role jet fighter. So the thing is, what they're trying to do is, let's say your AZ, your Fizzer, and everyone else knows all the others. You can see that they've all got a different role to play. Now, in different countries, you've got most of the time you've got 3 or 4 different flavors to choose from, or whatever they choose. Now, one's going to be used for crypto mining. One's going to be used for Depop. One's going to be used for that. One's going to be used for that. So you can see the different applications that are being employed here and enforced. So the thing I want to say is they are, how would I put it? These people are doing, China's doing this, and this country's doing this, and you know they could blow this up, and NATO's doing this. They are distracting you.
Yes,
they are distracting people.
Yes, you're saying that these people that are preaching from the thing going, hey, there's a war, there's a war, there's a war. No, don't look there.
That's right. Now, so there's 2 applications to this. Okay, there's a lot more, but I'll just go through 2. So the first application is to distract your enemy. The first casualty of war is truth. That's the way it is.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
Once they distract you, they can do whatever they want behind the scenes. Okay, now the second application to this is an asymmetrical side and a psychological side of this. Okay, so they're conditioning you with lockdowns. They're conditioning you with restrictions. Okay, so you can start to see how would I say? You can start to see a communist model starting here. Okay, now how would I put it? I will just take Australia, for example, and I've gone through this with Beck anyway, and we always talk extensively about this so we can, so we can come to some sort of agreement, because I think if both of us talk, we can say, okay, well, that doesn't sound right, and we both agree, right. So I find that very, very beneficial. Now, with most of the prick rollouts, okay, in every Western country, the military's doing it. Why? Why is the military doing it? There can be 3 applications to this. The logistical side. Now they want to use businesses now by pricking people. They've got their hubs, they've got their doctors, they've got their chemists, all that sort of thing. So you can
tell them who's doing it. Tell them the
Oh
companies.
yeah, I will. Absolutely. Yep. Well, right. Well, the companies, and I just found out this yesterday or the other day. If you have a look at our big, big hardware stores, Bunnings and all that sort of thing, they're owned by BlackRock. Now, BlackRock are buying up all the houses. They're buying up all the commercial real estate. They're buying up. It's all your bigs, and I just really quickly want to put this in there. Go to Gerald Celente. Yes, he swears and goes off his head, but he's a freedom fighter. He's so good. He's been on the money every single time. And go to Gerald Celente on YouTube. He is just brilliant. He gives you the news. He doesn't care what he says. He hammers these people, and it's a breath of fresh air. It really is. So what I'm trying to say here is the bigs are getting bigger, the smallers are getting smaller. The GR, the Great Reset, whatever you want to call it, is it's smashing small to medium businesses. It's because small to medium businesses are the backbone of the economy. Once the arse end goes out of these small to medium businesses, everything crashes, everyone goes to big business, and they're just getting bigger and bigger by the day. Go and have a look at BlackRock, Blackstone, Vanguard, whoever else, Deloitte. You just go to those guys, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, going back to warfare here, it is a silent weapons for quiet wars. Now, I always said to myself, you know, I don't think it'll really be a big kinetic war. I think it'll be bios.
Right.
And, you know,
did.
and I really did. It'll be bios. It really will. So if you have a look at what's happening I'm just going to take Australia because there's a lot of people around the world that are very hesitant about it. So, you know, they're bringing in incentives, they're doing this, they're doing that, you know, so they start playing asymmetrically, going into businesses. Now you get the prick in the business. If you don't want to get it, you don't have a job. See, this is how they're doing it. So the government, what they're doing is they're putting the onus on all the businesses to say, well, you guys do our dirty work because we don't want the blood on our hands. Okay, so now in every Western country, the military is rolling it out because they've got the logistical power, they've got the logistical smarts, and because of the technology in the prick. That's why they're doing it. And this is a military operation. This is a full military operation. So, like I said, people think it's going to go kinetic. Well, they're already depopping everyone through their own governments, through the military people. That's the war. It's the war on God's genes that made you to change you over to be unredeemable. See, you can see they're standing out like dog's balls, right? You know, the military, and how they bullshit all these state premiers and all these prime ministers and that sort of thing. I mean, you can see through their shit. You really can. But they're going to make it so hard. They're going to make it so hard. If you want to go to your work, well, they're going to have a prick there. If you don't take it, well, sorry, the business is going to say you don't work here anymore because we want to keep people safe in the workplace. That's why we're under the Public Health Act. That's why we're under the Biosecurity Act. And under the Biosecurity Act, they can shut down places. I mean, you've seen it all around the world. You've seen, okay, there's an exposure site. That's an exposure site. That's an exposure site. So there's another part of asymmetric warfare where they're closing down the businesses they want. They're saying that this is an exposure site. They can do that under the Biosecurity Act. And on top of that, I mean, the business cannot operate for at least 2 weeks, has to go through a deep clean. The amount of money that business lose, they go broke. So you can see it doesn't matter which way you go, they will smash it. It's that simple. And, you know, guys, I'm sorry, I'm just having a bit of a rant today, and I don't do that, but it pisses me off. It pisses me off how people, you know, I'm not saying anyone here, I'm just saying other people, they're saying war here, war here, war here. The war is your own military are killing you. Your own military are killing you because they're the ones distributing this crap. These are the and you know, they're all getting their orders from Klaus and team and the IMF and the Vatican and whoever else you want to throw in there. It's all, as they say, we're all in it together. Of course, you're all in it together. So all I want to say is the takeover has happened from your own country. The takeover has happened through your politicians. The takeover is happening with your military. So as I've gone through the other, as I've gone through other live streams, I've showed you our defence legislation bill. I've showed you that, and if you go back and you have a look at that, foreign forces, foreign police forces, but very foreign forces here. Foreign police forces are all owned by private. They're privatised. They're foreign. They're not ours. If you have a look at, if you and I've sent it to you as well, sis. I'm not sure if I've done it on the live stream. If you have a look at the Australian Defence Forces now, back in 2016, it was amended on the 10th of March 2021. They have the power under the Biosecurity Act and Public Health Act to inject people with poison. It's written there. It's from a damn government website.
It is. Yes,
okay,
that they can literally hold you down. They can hold us down and do it under the Biosecurity Act.
That's exactly right. So, and they're already doing it. Have a look at your old age homes. Why is the military in there injecting people? It's happening in your face. They're killing them off.
Well, how do we make our loved ones see this? You know, like they just think we're crazy and loopy still, and it's in their face now. It's here. Everything that we've been saying for 3.5 years and warning before the fact, before we were doing this, where I'm on record before Growler come on. And look, we know that we're at the end of this road, that this is the great reset. Klaus Schwab tells us. It seems that the more information you show people, the more they run away. Because, look, they are going to have to make a decision, a life and death decision. Do you get the prick and die within 2 years anyway? Or do you reject it? And I tell you guys, I got a plan. Don't worry. Don't think FEMA camps. Don't think anything like that. Make a plan. If you are not going to take this thing, make a plan, and you know that you're going to go to the Father. Just remember that. I need you to remember that. I need people to understand that we are at a point where there is no return. But Yeshua came for us already. You know, when he was resurrected, he came back, told us he'd be back. And it doesn't matter whether the 1,000 years has been or not. He's coming back again. That is one thing that will never change. Sorry, Growler, but yeah, these guys, they have us by their balls, literally.
Yeah.
And so, this is decision time. It's decision time, people. Right.
Yeah. So if you have a look at how they've set everything up, now, I mean, why are the hospitals empty? I'll tell you what, because there's a shitload of people who know they're not going to take the prick. They know it. So, but this is what they want. This is what they want. So that strips hospitals of all the workers, because they don't need hospital. They don't want hospitals. They don't want hospitals because there's not going to be anyone left. Why have them? Why have them? Exactly. You don't need them. So and this is filtering out. I mean, separating the wheat from the tares. Who's not going to take it? If you're going to take it, you can work in the hospital. But there's a lot of very awake people. There's a lot of very awake people in the health industry. Yes. They're all just throwing up their hands, going, "Nah, this ain't good. This ain't good. This ain't good." You know, and I think it was I read about. I'll just quickly our top Army general. I won't say the name. I don't want to trip the algorithm. And our top naval Commodore is basically like a Pentagon Joint Chiefs who are in charge of our defense forces. You know, I mean, they have no problems in saying this is the headline. This is the headline. We are wargaming. We are wargaming this for a sprint to the end.
That's
and
right.
It's a and it's a biological war. Now, I mean, how do you want more? I just don't know what to say. If people can't see this, they're wargaming, and when they wargame, war games are war games. I mean, if they were saying we're just doing the logistics, they would say, no, we don't really have a part in this. We're just doing logistics. No, it's a bio war game against your own people. So you don't need China to take over. They've already taken over. It's Absolutely. That simple. It's that simple.
We live amongst the biggest Chinese population in Australia. Well, one of the biggest Chinese populations in Australia here. So I'm going to vouch for that. Absolutely.
Yep. And I mean, they don't need a kinetic war. They really don't need a kinetic war. They really don't. They really don't, because they're going to kill off enough people without firing a shot. The shot is the prick. That's their weapon. I mean, it's, if you have a look at it strategy-wise and strategic-wise, and how they've gone from one level to the next, one level to the next, one level to the next. If, let's say, oh, we need to go to businesses now. You branch things off. You branch things off, and this is what these war gamers and war planners do. They are professionals. You cannot beat them. I mean, look, the father laughs at their plans because he's the ultimate. I mean, of course he would. But as us in the physical world here, there's no, the only escape is through his blood. That's what I'm saying. This is the choice that we have. We can either go back into the world, or we can have total 100% faith and be covered in his blood. There is no in between.
No,
there is no in between.
It's well said, brother.
Yeah, there's no in between here. So as I said, separating the wheat from the tares. And I mean, when you hear, let's say, this is the real funny part. I just piss myself about this. I really do. When Russia's launching their new sub, with their new weapon, and you think, well, not really, because the person at the top of Naval Command, they're the only people that know where the subs are. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
They're the only ones who know where the subs are. They're not going to publish it out on the Herald Sun. They're not going to publish it in the New York Times. They're not going to publish it here. You think they're going to get their so-called best sub. So when they actually release something, that means that what they've released, this new killer sub, that's been in service for 30 years.
Yes, absolutely.
They've released something else, mate. Right. So to keep fooling these people, so you're behind the 8 ball. I mean, this is the thing. They release this stuff because they think all the dumb mites, they'll read New York Times and say, they'll believe that we've launched a new sub, but they don't know what sub it is. And people don't know where subs are. People don't know where B-2 stealth bombers are. I mean, this stuff is so classified as OPSEC, which is operational security. Only a very, very few know what's going on. No one, I don't know what's going on. If some country's kicking up a stink, let's say China wants to, Biden, or let's say Australia, we're going to do this. I'm not looking at that country. I'm looking at the country that's quiet and not making a noise. Now, that's right. North Korea's been very, very quiet. It's been very, very quiet, and China will use them. This is what I think, and this is what I've come up with. Could be wrong. I'm more than happy to say I'm wrong. But I look at the countries that aren't making a noise, especially the ones that have been troublesome the last 20 or 30 years. I really reckon that China will use North Korea as their proxy to launch whatever they've got to. And people are saying 20 Russian warships, 35k west of Hawaii, they're in international waters. Who gives a crap? They can do whatever they want. They really can. Now, if you have I can tell you for the last 20 or 30 years, there's probably Chinese and Russian subs that have been sitting in off the coast of the east and west coast of America the last 20, 30 years in different positions, and then another one takes its position. I mean, It only takes them 2 minutes to launch their ICBMs. There's no drinks in flight, man. In 2 minutes, it's obliterated. I mean, they're not going to launch an ICBM from international waters in the middle of the pond, in the middle of the Pacific. They're not going to do it. Flight time's too quick, and then they can retaliate. They're all sitting off the east coast here of Australia, the west coast of Australia. We've got subs sitting off the coast all ready to go.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
just like
so
America. Yeah.
yeah, that sort of thing. I mean, China's doing it to America. America's doing it to China. Russia's doing it to America. America's doing it to China. So I just want to try and put this out there that nothing is what it seems.
No.
If they're saying that, they're doing something else.
Look somewhere
So
else.
look in that area. Look in that area. But you've really, I mean, it depends what you want to study and what you want to go through. It really is. And I mean, like I said, Beck, I've been studying this stuff for a long time. I've been wrong quite a few times. I'm more than happy to put up my hand. Of course we are. No one knows everything, and but I really try and float so many ideas. I mean, one of them's got to be correct. But then,
That's right.
like I said, if you don't know your the history of warfare and your different categories and strategies of warfare, you're not going to pick it. You're not going to pick it. You know, I could be wrong in 10 things, but something that I said 2 months ago, that's right. Yes, I was right there. I was right there. So I just want to really, any people that are, you know, if let's say New York Times, the Cartoon News Network, CNN, I call them the Cartoon News Network, that's what they are, all the BBC and all this sort of thing. If they're pushing something, don't believe it. Don't believe it, because the real war is coming through your military. The real war is coming through your government. The real war is it comes down to your councils.
Hey, mate, you just said it. Whatever they push is a
Yeah.
lie. What do they push on TV all the time? They push
Lies.
the globe. They push global, round Earth,
Yeah.
global. They push space. They push, look over here for the war over here. Well, us people who have been diligent enough to try and look into this know that this is a secret war. I know what you're saying, and it's look, everybody's been hoodwinked. The ones who have been hoodwinked the worst, Growler, are those Luciferians, because they've been promised something that only the blood of Jesus can give you. They have literally been they've been shown beyond the veil, guys. Don't you doubt it. They have been tricked, you know, like an Operation Bluebeam, but even worse, because they go on DMT and that, and they go on these trips where they actually do break the veil and see things that you're not supposed to see. Now, anybody that's taken LSD, acid, would know what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to be blunt with it. These people know, and they've been through the veil, and they know, they think that they are going to inherit what is for us. And it's as simple as that.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll just throw in something else that they've utterly hoodwinked people about. Now, they think, with all these shutdowns, it's smashing the economy beyond comprehension. I mean, the only thing that's holding up the world is, the fake monetary methadone they're pumping into the system. Now, the thing is, people think, the government, they wouldn't kill us off like that, or, they still need us to pay taxes, and all this sort of stuff. No. They're all singing the same tune everywhere around the world. They're all getting paid by the World Economic Forum, IMF, big pharma. They don't need us anymore. People think that the government need them. This is the problem. This is the real sad part.
Well, guys,
because
I'm sure everybody would have saw a video that I put up of one of my closest relatives. That if you haven't seen it, go back on our channel, and she just says the government is there for her good, and she truly believes. And I could not sway this person. I just want to add, while I'm talking about this, another relative of mine came around the other night. I don't want to say who, but it's a male, and he had it. He had the prick, and I straight away said, "Can I do the MAGNET to see if it sticks?" And guys, it does. Do not be afraid to walk up to someone and say, "Can I just do an experiment on you?" Listen, I've got a black light coming in the mail, guys. We're going to have some good videos coming up if these people are glowing because of the luciferase in it, which is an enzyme that they got from fireflies. Now, why? But it goes deeper than that. We've got blue bloods and red bloods. And there's something about our blood that they need, they want. So I do believe they will keep some of us for that. But like you said, Growler, they don't need us in any other way. They don't need us to work. No, they don't need our money.
No,
They don't need anything.
They
You're
don't need it.
right.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah. Well. If you, I mean, they're all singing the same tune, the same song around the world. I mean,
now, Bubba just reminded me of something. We've got to tell them this. The other day, you said to me yesterday, "Hey Beck, there's a new strain." Oh yeah, what's the name of this one? And you said You said lambda, LAMBDA, and I went, whoa! And you said, yeah, lamb, deaf after. Who's the lamb? Who's the lamb? Now, and then I said to him, like not even really joking, but I said, I bet it's from Peru. And then I looked it up 10 minutes later and smack bang on the money, mate. These people are becoming so predictable that I think what it is they're so predictable. This is why people aren't believing it too, because they can say, oh, yeah, of course you're going to work that out. No, how? Like they did it. That's a trick. Lambda from Peru. And then the other one was, what was the other one? Kappa. What did we say that was? And now look these names up, guys. They tell you exactly what it is. One was Ascension. I should have wrote these down. And the other one, what was Lambda? Growler, do you remember what that was? Remember we looked up the name for it? He seems to have dropped out. All right, for some reason he has muted.
No. So yeah, sorry about that. Sorry.
There you are.
I'm just
Delta
was deep sleep.
Oh
yeah, Delta was deep sleep.
Oh, guys, lambda is wavelengths. That's right. We went.
That's right.
Here we go. Here goes the 5G whiz.
Yeah.
The G whiz is going to be.
Or the long lockdown that's been promised for around the world for the new strain. Because people aren't complying.
The new wave, which they I haven't heard them say that for a while, but I think they will actually say that. And they will take away our fake money. Our money isn't needed from us. That's exactly right, Vernon. There's nothing that they need from us except they want your soul.
That's it. That's all it is. That's what they want.
It is. And we know that this is our platform here is going to be gone very shortly for all of us, guys. We won't be able to talk, and we are very worried about you. So we don't want we just need you to be, oh boy, please just pray. Now, Kappa was Kappa Orionis, remember? Orion.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
All right. Now we all know we don't need that translated. So these names that they're giving the variants gives it away for number one. The luciferase comes from jellyfish. Now, I've heard that, but it's a mimic of the enzymes in the fireflies, Vernon. So I have been looking into it, and there are different things, but jellyfish also, there are some jellyfish that are blue blood. Now, if they're injecting the actual blue blood with the VC, that's it. You're unredeemable, and this is why we've been warning people not to do this, because you are unredeemable. If it is not the DNA of the fallen themselves, it is the blue blood DNA. There is something, guys. Come on, we've all got to know that everybody's been hoodwinked, and all you can do is hang on till the very, very death, guys. That's my advice. To the death. Look, don't worry about the death. It'll be really quick. I nearly died a few times. I know Vernon has died a few times. I've been across the gap and come back. Now, listen, it's not as bad as you think it is, that first part, because that's what people are scared of. They want their lives back. Look, if you just take it, you can go back to your life, okay? Just shut up and take it. It's what it is. Shut up and take it, and we can all go back to normal. Now, America, guys, I reckon it's true. Over half of you guys have already had the VC. Be very careful who you speak to. The Holy Spirit will guide you to the ones that you need to, because I know every time I go out, he guides me to at least one person, and they do listen. See, they are starting to. But you can tell by the look on these people, some of them, the look on their faces, they are gone. It is the blue blood. It is the Nephilim. Forget about even the computer programming system that Moderna admits to on their own website. Thanks, Mr. Fauci. How's he say it? Fauci? Fauci.
Yeah, Fauci. Yeah, means sickle.
It does,
It means sickle in yep.
It's
Latin.
for the reaping.
That's right. And yeah, that's right. I've been looking a fair bit in.
Kip, I think Trump's way over a 33-degree Mason. I think he's way. There's more than 33 degrees, actually. There's quite a lot more. And I knew a girl that came out of a family of Masons when I was going to church years ago when my children were little. She was the most messed up girl I've ever met, guys, and you couldn't get deep with her and talk about it. So we'll just leave that one alone for the moment. But we do know who's behind all this. And at the end of the day, it is the enemy of our souls. And it's realer than anything else in this life. He's chasing us. He's after the children. We cannot let this happen to ours. We can't. Sorry, mate. I was just answering.
That's all right. That's right.
Trump's over 33.
Yeah,
and he very well could be the physical AC. I'm not looking for a physical AC very much anymore. I know they will bring one out, because for everything spiritual, for everything physical, there's a spiritual manifestation as well, guys. But the mark is the AC, the AI, the artificial intelligence, which also adds up to 19. Let's get this right. We're not children. We're thinking people here. Now, the AI in the VC is the AC, if you know what I mean, the Antichrist. But yes, there will probably be. That's right. It is the abomination. When you see the abomination of desolation standing in the holy place, which is you and me and all of us red bloods, even if you're not saved, you're a red blood, and to the very last breath you can be saved. Well, you tell me. This is all they want, and they push it, and you need to tell people to stop and think, why are they pushing this so bad? I mean, I think if they're blind at this stage, if you've talked to them, it's very difficult to accept that they're not going to come on board. It's very, very difficult pill to swallow. Harder than the one we all swallowed, 4 years ago, going down this rabbit hole with Alice, and the white rabbit. And I catch the white rabbit, and then it runs away again, and then I catch it and it runs away again. This never ends. However, we know what is at the end of it, and that is the enemy of our souls is coming for our souls. But he can't have them if we say no. And I know that these people, the one who had the prick the other day, who came to my house and was magnetoed, he seemed totally different. He seemed happier, which was really, really weird. And I thought, okay, here comes, the high before the fall. Here comes the prize and the pride, and, oh, this is it, I feel great. And then bang, because I don't care what you say. If something is having that reaction in your body with a maggot, it's, I'm careful saying that word, but there is something wrong. And when I get this black light, which should come any day now, oh, we're going to have a bit of a doozy with that one, aren't we? Because I know about 6 people that will let me test it on them. So stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. Watch for videos, because I'm going to be out there. I'm not scared to ask anybody anything. Growler will tell you that. So I just walk up to them and ask them. I mean, we've got nothing to lose anymore except our souls, and nothing else. There's nothing else. You can lose your family, you can lose your pets, you can lose your house, you can lose your car, but if you don't lose your soul, you will be given back multitude times more than this. Now, listen, I want to read you guys a scripture. It is Isaiah 29:5. Moreover, the multitude of your foes shall be like fine dust, and the multitude of the terrible ones like chaff that passes away. Yes, it shall be in an instant, suddenly. You will be punished. This is the evil ones, not you. You will be punished by the Lord of hosts with thunder and earthquake and great noise, with the storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. The multitude of all nations will fight against Ariel, even all who fight against her and her fortress, and distress her shall be as a dream of a night vision. Do you see? I opened it on that, Growler. I didn't look for
Yeah.
that. You know,
Yep.
he always does this. And he said, read the people, Isaiah 29:5. So he promises that, moreover, the multitude of your foes shall be like fine dust, and it will be in an instant. Yes, it shall be in an instant, suddenly. All right. But it is waiting for that instant and thinking, Father, hi, Matrix Man, how are you, sweetheart? It'll be like, what is our steps to take on this journey to this last steps, the finishing steps? And we have to be very, very careful, guys, to listen to that voice in us, which is not the small, still spirit anymore. Look, honestly, if you're not hearing him screaming in your ear, hit your face and ask him to, because he's screaming now. I remember when it was a small, still voice that guided me, and then I'd go off and do something silly and he'd go, hey, come back, you know. But now it's like, no, you are mine, you will stay. And this is it's our mission. It's like the Blues Brothers. We have a mission from God. Okay? True.
Yeah, I just wanted to Trixie must be in New South Wales. Yes. As I've said in other live streams, that she's saying that NSW wants to be turn it into a smart state, and I did hear that the western parts of New South Wales will most likely go into a stricter sort of like lockdown, so you can sort of stricter restrictions.
And they're going to go crazy, man, because I come from Blacktown, and in the day it was really rough, but now it's worse. It's full of multiculturalism, and what they're saying too, tell them about, they're going to lock them in their houses, more than likely you can't come out.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if that's going to happen yet. They were throwing the idea around where they said
they're throwing it around. Yeah,
you know, they said to the western parts of New South Wales, of the city part, that people should have already got a month's worth of food. Should have got a month's worth of food, so you shouldn't even go out and get any food. Stay in your houses. So I think because New South Wales, they didn't really have. They had a lockdown for the first, just like Australia, for the first part of it, and then they were pretty free. They were pretty free not to travel overseas or anything like that, because we were closed down through the Biosecurity Act, all our borders. Now, the thing is, what they wanted to do, and we've been talking about this for quite a long time, Beck, and the same thing has happened in the US as well. What they've been doing is they've been leaving states open. So people that went in from lockdown states were going into states that weren't locked down. So they're corralling people. They're corralling people into sort of like super states, if you know what I mean. So people, when Victoria was locked down for 9 months, a lot of people said, well, when this happens, we're going to move to New South Wales, or we're going to move to Queensland. So you can see a big exodus sort of happening. So that's part of the ritual as well, because they want people to exodus. You know what I mean? They want people to exit. So there's an exodus of people going to different parts of the countries for freedom. So once they, I don't know, they get enough, they say, okay, well, let's say 600,000 or 1 million have moved up from, let's say, Victoria to New South Wales, or let's say in America, a blue state that was locked down, they've moved to Florida. You know, that's what they're doing. They're segregating people now, and they're segregating states. So the more people in one state, it's easier for them to control, and then they come down on those states at some point. So there's another part of your asymmetric game that they're playing with you. So they're, so they want people to, I mean, if you have a look at New South Wales, you have a look at Victoria. Victoria's just destroyed. I mean, the whole of Australia is destroyed, but not as bad as what Victoria is. So there's so many people exiting there. They all go there, and now they've locked down New South Wales straight away because they've got their numbers from Victoria, and let's say people going from Victoria to Queensland. Now you need, because we're broken up into states here within the country. So now they, once they saw all these people doing this mass exodus, that's when they bought in. Right, you're going to have to apply for a QR code and a permit to come into Queensland. You're going to have to pay to get into Queensland. Same thing is with New South Wales. Now they locked us down for the holidays to screw over all the small businesses to make it even worse for them, to collapse them, so the bigs get bigger. So what they're doing is now there's a permit, and there's border passes. So now you're going to have to apply for a permit. So if you want to go from Queensland to New South Wales, you're going to have to apply for a permit. New South Wales to Queensland, you have to go for a permit. Victoria to Queensland, you have to apply for a permit. So you can see what they're doing. So once they corral people into these super states, let's say in Australia, or I mean, you have a look at Europe, it's a bit smaller, but you have a look at America, you have a look at Canada. This is what they're doing. People are running away from these lockdown states to freer states, and they've opened those freer states for everyone to go in there. And so once this sort of happens, you can see that's when they start to lock it down, and they start to bring in the COVID BS normal and all this sort of stuff. So the strategies and the different asymmetrical games they're playing, this is why people just aren't getting it. They think, I'll move to New South Wales. Oh, they're free up there. They don't have these sort of restrictions. So you can see that they've thought about this on every single level. They've thought about it on every single level. And as we were saying, Beck, I mean, they want to hit the holidays, they want to hit the small businesses. I can't understand why people are still trying to plan for holidays and go, for school holidays, let's say for Christmas holidays, Easter holidays. People are still planning for holidays. I mean, if you have a look at the levels, every time there's been a lockdown, it's been on a public holiday, or it's been on a school holiday, or it's been on an Easter holiday, or it's been on a Christmas holiday. So that's another part of their strategy to say, people will say, stuff it. They lock down, always on holiday. I'm not going to travel. So there you go. This is how they're getting you. I mean, it's a genius plan. I've got it from a strategic point of view. This is how they do it. This is how they're doing it. But we were given rights, and people say. A lot of Christians say, "Oh, we've still got to follow the government." No, we've still got to follow the law because it says that in the Bible. Well, not now, because you're in the beast system. So if you want to follow the beast system law, good luck to you. You're finished.
That's right.
If you want to obey this beast system and still stick to these restrictions, and they say you can't go here, you can't go there, or you've got a QR code in there to buy something. I don't care. I'm not going to die. I won't even sign in. I'm not going to wear a mask. I'm not going to sign in, because that means I'm still obtaining goods through the beast system.
That's right.
And I will not do it.
Me
I will
neither.
not. I will sit on a chair in the backyard for the rest of my life if I have to. I will not bow down to their system. I'll only bow down to Yeshua's law. His law is the only way to go, because if we become part of this beast system in any way, I don't care if you sign in. I don't care if you sign in under a fake name, or you sign in. You are still complying with that system.
Absolutely.
And I will not be part of it.
And I second that.
Yeah.
And we will just sit here if we have to, and if it came to it and everything was gone, it'd be just waiting on him, literally waiting on him while you're starving or whatever.
Yeah.
But like Truth Seed said, he made water come out of a rock. And what did I say, Growler?
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
worried about water because I've got that
Yeah.
many eskies and
Yeah.
containers that he could make it rain just on your property. I'm serious, guys. We are in the time of miracles. Thank you, a servant of Jesus. Thank you. We are in the time of absolute miracles. It's just that the body of Christ is still not operating to capacity, guys. We're not. And we all fall short. We know that. And I'm no better. Please believe me. I'm just trying to help us all to get oh, it's all right, True Seed. Somebody said it was First Kings. There, a servant of Jesus. It was the scripture is in First Kings chapter 17 about the old woman whose flour and oil never ran out. So this is what I'm getting at. How big is our faith? Because we're going to be tested. This is the test. We can pass it. We can do this. We have to. We have to. Look, you know what awaits you if you don't. You do. And I can't see that. I've always seen that I would continue. And at the end of Psalms 23, where it says, "And goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life." And even through my rugged life and what I've done, he has done that. Goodness and mercy has followed me all the days of my life. So I will stand for the kingdom of the Most High and say that there is no other way to go. And I can't stress that enough. And I tell people wherever I go not to take this thing, that we are in a very bad situation, that they need to take it seriously, and you get, yes, I'm listening, or you get, oh, yeah, whatever. Okay, so...
Yeah, well, that's right. And it's like, see, I do marvel at the strategy and how they're using it. I'm not giving the enemy any credit here, and I will never give the enemy any credit, ever. And I never will, because the only credit I give is to Yeshua only, and because he's the only one I give credit to. But the thing is, and I've said this thousands of times, but you know, if you don't know your enemy, you're not going to know how to fight the war.
Exactly.
And if you don't know what Satan's devices are, you have lost. It's like a country going to war with another country. If you don't know what their capabilities are, if you haven't done your homework, if you haven't done your study, you are not going to win that war. So you have, the hard part is that we have to delve into this horrible crap stuff. Okay, we got to delve into this sort of thing. But if we don't delve into it and see what the pitfalls and traps are and that sort of thing, you're going to walk straight into the trap. Now, if you have a look at a mouse, now, and a mouse trap. Now, the mouse gets caught by the mouse trap, and it was caught, bang, straight away. But the mouse didn't understand why the cheese was free.
That's right. Well said,
okay,
brother. Amen.
Do you understand? Do you understand that? Okay, so this is the thing. So they've set the cheese in the mouse trap. So the mouse comes up to there and says, oh, cheese, cheese. And then bang, it's dead. It's gone, because he didn't see the trap. And then the mouse would have said, oh, this is too good to be true, having a look at this cheese. Wow, it's free. Why is it free? And then smash ding. See you later. It's that simple.
Take the sting. It's free. Actually, we really got to get you to take it. You've really got to come on. Yeah. Actually, here, go into a lotto draw. You can win the lottery. You get they're doing frequent flyer points. They're doing the lot. I said 30 years ago, when the mark comes out, they may have to do incentives. Now, I'm on record. If my husband's still in the chat, he will vouch for me, but he's probably too busy working and he's listening. I said 30 years ago that they will use incentives like free travel. They'll make it look cool to the young people, which they have, because the young people just go, oh, it's cool, we get that, and we can live again, we can go out and party and eat and be with our friends. Look, this is so cunning and wicked. And yes, the mouse did not question why the cheese was free.
That's right. And with these incentives, with these incentives. Now, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I'm not saying that this would happen. You know, they're going to go. They're going to, for the next 6 months. They're really smashing the hammer down on Australia big time. So it wouldn't surprise me if they even say, "We're going to pay your house off. You don't
Oh
have
yeah.
to pay your
Oh,
mortgage anymore.
I'm
You don't have to
expecting
pay your
that.
mortgage." Yeah,
I
it
am.
wouldn't surprise me. Not saying it will happen. But I
That's to
mean,
try and get that last 20%. You know,
yeah,
when
that's
they
right.
get up
That's
to
right.
around their 80% goal, they will hit those last 20%. And out of that last 20%, you might have 2 people standing, and it's going to be
Yeah,
you and me. Oh, and my
yeah,
husband.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
those here.
yeah,
Because, listen, they, you know, the lottery? Come on.
yeah.
What? Why do they
I
have to
just,
do that?
yeah, I just would quickly want to say to people all here in the chat, I do find it very beneficial.
Oh, they are giving free beer and joints for it here too.
Yes, they are.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, I read that.
wow.
Yeah,
Smackdown. Okay.
and I just want to let people know. I think it's vitally important that you do watch the MSN. Now, everyone on here is smart enough to read between the lines, and this is what you've got to do with MSN. It starts giving you a timeline. You know, you start to read through the BS that they give you, and they're basically showing their hand. But then you've got to think, okay, so what are they really saying behind the scenes? What are they really saying behind the scenes? I do find it beneficial to try and pull their plans apart, expose them. I mean, you're not giving them glory or anything like that, but it's our job to look at it, to pull it apart piece by piece by piece by piece, and to see what their strategies are. And because the more you know what their strategies are, the more that you know on how they work, I find that very beneficial, so you won't fall into that trap. Because look, there's I mean, people not on this chat, but let's say your normal pew warmers at church and all this sort of thing. You know, they're going to say, no, I won't take it. No, I won't take it. No. Then they start turning the screws down. Okay, well, you don't have a job. You won't be able to pay your house off, and you won't be able to feed those screaming mouths around the table. You
That's
know,
right.
so it's, I mean, it's going to be, there's only going to be a few people that'll be left standing, because because what the world has done, and what governments have done, is they've lavished people with luxuries. Your house, no one wants to lose it. Going out driving, having your freedom, going to see your friends, going to the shop, you know, all that. You know, they've had that freedom for so long. Once they take all that away from you, it's, I mean,
What are you left
it's like
with?
being, yeah,
What
it's
are you
like
left?
being in a
You're
head-on
stripped.
car crash.
No,
Yeah,
it is. You're stripped of
yeah,
everything. So what we have to do, I know that most people here were smart enough to strip themselves of the world, stop watching TV, stop watching movies. Like
yeah,
basically the only thing we do is talk and eat.
yeah,
We have to rid ourselves of everything. You know, I still
yeah,
drink beer, guys. I like my
yeah,
beer, but I
yeah,
tell you what, I know that's gone in a minute. I know
yeah,
that. And I'm fine with that. So we just piece by piece, unfortunately, you have to strip yourself of what is in this world. And I'm not saying the love for your children or your I'm not talking that.
yeah,
I'm
no,
talking about all their crap, okay?
yeah,
Because it's only crap they've got for us. It's nothing
mm,
good. They
yeah,
it's an they're imposters. They're imposting, what do you call it? They're they're imposters of Yeshua. They're promising
yeah,
you the world and giving you death, where Yeshua promises you nothing here, but he gives you life. How's that?
yeah,
There it is.
that's
That's
right,
it.
that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, I do, I mean, as I was talking to you, Beck, about this, you know, he chooses people for different jobs, and you know, you've got people that work in charities that feed hungry people. They do a beautiful job, you know, and then you've got people like us. You know, you study your stuff. You know, I do
Mm,
my stuff. So you can see that. it works like an intelligence agency. You know, the agency will take care of counter-terrorism warfare. The ones will take care of psychological warfare, information warfare, all that sort of thing. So Yeshua's put people like us and other people that work in charities or helping people on the street, or our job is to get into the nitty-gritty of this, try and see what their plans are, put it all together to let people know that aren't into this sort of stuff. This is what's happening. This is what's happening. This is what's happening. And I do pride myself on this. I really do, that I'm part of the YIA, the Yeshua's Intelligence Agency.
Love it.
And I tell you what, it's a bit. I mean, it can outsmart any intelligence agency ever. It really can, because he's more knowledgeable and powerful and everything like that than anything and everything put together times a trillion. So he puts people in different roles, multi-role. Beck knows everything about the flat earth, the occult, and all this sort of stuff. See, I didn't know any about that, and she educated me on that. So that's why we both run our stuff together, and we knock heads together and say, okay, well, this is what's happening, and okay, then what do you think of this? So we start bouncing things off each other, and I do like to say, when we do come on, I do say this, and Beck says this as well, that we don't know everything, and we're the first to say that, and if people know something else that we don't know, whack it in the comments, because we can all educate each other.
Absolutely.
As well. But what we do put out, we do make sure that it's pretty well spot on, give or take a few things. Yes, we have been wrong. Yes, we have, and we're the first to admit that. No one's 100% right, but I really find, because us running the channel here, we are responsible for the information that's coming out, and I take that with a great weight on my shoulder. And Beck does as well. We really take that with a great weight on our shoulders, because I hate giving out anything that, if I deliberately gave out something that was not true, I'd roll myself up in a ball and wait to get hit by a bolt of lightning. I mean, that's the fear I've got.
And this is why Growler doesn't say to you guys, there's a war coming, there's another war coming, there's submarines, there's this and that. He tries to tell you guys the counter, the counter side of it and what they're doing. They're not look here, look over there. That's why it is very dangerous to listen to people who do that, because it's just a diversion from what you should be really learning. And what you should be learning is where you live, what you're on. Okay. You should be learning who these people are, where they come from, their gene pool, let's say their gene pool, which is not our gene pool. It is gene pool of the fallen. And then why they are doing this is because of Yeshua. There is a war in heaven, and then what you can do about it for yourself. They are the major things that you guys need to be sorting out in your own spirits when you're laying in bed at night and you can't sleep. That's what you need to be concentrating on. And Anthony, they'll be next. The UFOs will be next. And that's going to, you see, that's why we know, Anthony, that learning about our enclosed system is one of the most important things. And people say, oh, it's not a salvation issue. Well, hang on a minute. Let me back you up there. Not a salvation issue? Well, I tell you what, if you don't know that where you live, you will be able to be fooled. Even these people that are saying, there's people that still think we live on a globe. However, they know what's going on. They know it's fallen angels and that. However, when those alien comes, they're going to think that they're going to think they're from outer space. And they are devils, they're demons, they've been here the whole time, they're trapped here. It's the cube, they're in the cube. Why do you think everything is cubes? They're trapped here. And this is the part that I've researched with the occult. This is why they are so excuse my words, but they're so hell-bent on putting their signs and symbols everywhere, and they speak to each other in these signs and symbols. And it's just like that building that went down in Florida. Come on,
Yep.
they were talking to each other. I don't want to raise that because I don't want to get flagged, but we all know that was BlackRock bought that. BlackRock bought that. How long before it went down, was it?
Oh, I think it was about, oh, geez, I don't know. I think it might have been, a month or
It was
something.
just a month. Yeah, you said it was just before. But if you think about it, what was Growler saying before about BlackRock? They're coming in and taking all their properties.
Everything. They're everything.
That's right.
And here's another strategy if you want to hear this. Now, if you have a look at what they've done to the cities worldwide, and like I said, between 70 and 80% of people are working from home now. So there's a lot of high rises now that are empty in the cities, and you've seen all around the world, how they're using hotels for quarantine and that sort of thing. Now, it wouldn't surprise me the people who don't want to take the prick and everything else to go with it, they are perfect prisons to hold people prisoner. That's why your skyscrapers are empty. They've got lifts. Everything's controlled. Everything can be guarded from down the bottom. The halls in the hotel rooms or your office spaces can be used as holding points, and the security. No one can get out. No one can get out, and this is going to be another part of their strategy. This is going to be a part of their strategy to put people in there as well. They're going to use these immigration detention facilities as well, because I think there's going to be a lot of people who won't take it, and that's when they start sorting things out. Right, we're going to take you to this skyscraper. You get taken to a hotel, or you get taken to let's say, it's a tower that's run by a company. They're going to put you in there. Then they're going to start to interrogate you, and then I would put nothing past these people. A lot of people say, oh, they wouldn't do that. Oh, no, they would never do that. Well, did you actually think that your own government and the military would be rolling out a bioweapon to jab into you and kill the whole population? Did you ever think they were going to do that? No.
Well,
so nothing is past. You cannot put anything past these people. I'd rather. It's not being paranoid. It's actually working things out with common sense. If they're actually, if they're capable of doing this, imagine what else they're capable of. And most important thing, imagine what Satan's capable of. He doesn't give a crap. He just doesn't give a crap. He just wants as many souls in hell as possible. So it doesn't matter. All these Luciferians are controlled by him anyway. They'll do whatever they're damn well told.
Oh, absolutely.
It's that simple. So, have a look at different sides of their game. Like I said, Sis, how they're putting people in hotel quarantine. They deliberately say, oh, well, the Delta variants come out and, it leaked out of hotel quarantine and all this sort of stuff. They're deliberately doing that. So people would say, oh, we'll put them all out of the city, set up quarantine facilities, get them out of here. They're doing the people, the Luciferians at the top are getting the people to do their bidding.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Yeah,
this is what they're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of these people who don't know what's going on, they're actually working for the Luciferians without them knowing about it. So there's another side. There's another side to it.
So it's everything that these crazy, wacky conspiracy theorists on YouTube have been saying for at least 10, 11 years.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how we all feel about Richie. I'm not sure, but he certainly turned a lot of people onto this, no matter what. Whether he was paid out in the end or not, I'm not sure. But look, it was people like him and A Plain Truth and quite a lot of good channels back then that really exposed this. And if you were caught listening to this sort of stuff by anybody, they'd go, oh, my gosh, you're a fruitcake. Oh, you're going down that road. Well, too bad. Guess what? They were right. Guess what?
We're down that road.
And we're there. We're on that road. We're all on that road. Now, some of us are going to go right and some of us are just going to go straight over the cliff. Simple as that.
Yeah.
And actually, if I could just interrupt for a minute. I found this King 17. Now, this is what I was saying about us not spinning out about, not having things really, because not everybody's been able to prepare. So, and I understand that. Not, there's a lot of people, especially in the States, you guys, if you're not working 2 jobs, you don't have much money. So this is King 17, and it is Elijah, which is so comforting to me because my newborn grandson, only born a couple of weeks ago, his name is Elijah. And I hold that boy and he's got something. I don't know, he's got something, that one. Okay, so it says, Elijah says to this widow, I'll cut that bit short, please bring me a little water in a cup that I may drink. And she said she was going to get it, but he called to her and said, please bring me a morsel of bread in your hand. And so she said, as the Lord your God lives, I do not have bread, only a handful of flour in a bin and a little bit of oil in a jar. And see, I am gathering a couple of sticks that I may go and prepare it for myself and my son, that we may eat it and die. And Elijah said to her, do not fear. Go and do as you have said, but make me a small cake from it first. So you see, he's asking, that's faith. He's saying, have faith to give me this cake first, because that was her last for her son and her. And bring it to me, and afterward make some for yourself and your son. For thus says the Lord of hosts, the bin of flour shall not be used up, nor shall the jar of oil run dry, until the day of the Lord sends rain on the earth. So that was the flood. So she went away, and according to the word of Elijah, she and her household ate for many days. The bin of flour was not used up, nor did the jar of oil run dry, according to the word of the Father which he had spoken by Elijah. See, the only thing that matters now is our faith. Our faith is counted to us as righteousness. And Richie said the name Lord was satanic. Well, Lord means the Lord of all. It is a term that has been used as in the bad world, but if you use it yourself, and I'm reading it out of the Bible, I actually call him Father. I only call him Father when I speak to him, but if I'm reading the Bible, I just read it basically how it is. But it's not a satanic word as such if it's not used for anybody else. If it's only used and you're thinking about the Father as your Lord, your Most High, Ancient of Days, there's many names. There's many names. And so, excuse me, I wouldn't get hooked up on that too much. But, all this, there was just a division of people that came about when the Hebrew movement came about.
Yep.
And just keep it how you've always had it. If he's hearing you guys, you speak to him like that. I just got to have a cough, Growler. Go for it.
Yeah, exactly. So first I want to just do a shout out to people. I really do. Look, sorry I had a bit of a rant today, guys, but there's a lot of crap out there, that are leading people astray. And if they're saying the left hand's doing that, you look what the right hand's doing, and that's the message I wanted to get across. Is because they put out all these great headlines, they all do this, and it leads them into this direction, and that's another part of psychological warfare. I'd rather go off in the other direction and see what they're doing, and see who's not making any noises and that sort of thing. I really find that so beneficial, because I find more where they're not making noises than where they are making noises. So I wanted to, I just wanted to let you guys know, not to be sucked into what the MSN's saying, if war over here and China's doing this. I mean, look, don't get me wrong, it will come to that, I would say, on a limited basis, because like I said, because the economic model, the political model of China, the CCP, is already being implemented through your own governments that you so-called voted in, because voting is an illusion anyway. They're all selected, they're not elected. And they're doing it that way. So that's what they're trying to do. So all I want to do is, yeah, guys, just keep your eyes and ears out. Just use some. I know everyone on here has common sense. It's great because we're all on the same page. But kinetic war means firing crap left, right, and center, missiles and that sort of stuff. They don't have to do that anymore. They really don't, because they're just killing so many. They're killing a trillion times more people through the prick. So I just wanted to say a big thanks to Bethane. I really hope you're doing well. I know you're by yourself, sister. You really are, and hope you. I think everyone should be praying. If everyone looks at the chat, just pick someone to pray for, I guess, and really help them out. Timmy Ryan, good to see you, mate. Michael Joshua Lewis, good to see you. Truth Seeds, you're awesome. Haven't seen you for a while. I think on the last one I saw you. Hope everything's going well, and thanks for coming in. Propagandize. Yeah, okay, it's a new one. Great to have you in, new person. Thank you very much. Anthony Dickinson, Yars Child, great to have you in. Tammy, great to have you in. The lovely Anne, thanks Anne for modding. You're just the best mod in the world. You really are. Vernon Daniels, can everyone please pray for Vernon? We're going to do a shout out for Vernon every live stream we do. He's going through a lot of hard times at the moment. Paul Levi, yes, we will call you. I did get your number off Effed Up World's live stream yesterday, and I have written down here. I've just thrown my phone away, which is probably the smartest thing I've ever done in 48 years. It really is. And I just want to. I can't say all. Look, Chris Johns, Trixie Andrews, just drop something in the chat and what's happening with NSW. In New South Wales, that'd be really good, and just give us an idea, because what we're getting through mainstream news isn't everything, of course. I know they're pretty full on, the police there. Anthony Dickinson, yeah, great. Shane Barber, I hope you're going really well, Shane. You've always been with us, mate. We love you very much.
Yeah.
Forgiven and Blessed, and Joseph Sage and Western Warrior, you're awesome. You really are, mate. And back over to you, sister. I love all you guys. Thanks for listening to my rant. I'll try and get back to some sort of normality on our next live stream. But I just wanted to, I don't like to say this, but yeah, I just wanted to,
what about just Paul McCallum? You didn't say.
Is he there? Paulie. Sorry, Paulie. You're a legend, mate. You are a legend, and I love you, mate. Yeah, I love you. I love you to death. You just. I don't mean to death. You know what I mean, but yeah, I love you, Paulie.
He's your closest brother in real life.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely, he is. Yeah, he'll be bloody good on the end of days, because you wouldn't want to stuff with him. He'd punch your head in. So he's great that way, and he's a warrior. He's a warrior. Absolutely, he is, and mine too.
And yours.
Yeah, and mine. I just wanted to. I don't mean to sound bad, but I just wanted to read people their horoscope, and drive the message home that what you need to look out for, and know what the enemy's plans are, and be prepared, because the more plans you know, the more you're prepared, and you won't fall into that trap, because it's a bastard when the cheese is free. That's when you get snapped up. So be very, very careful, guys. Okay, awesome. So yeah, wonderful advice. That's all I can say. All right. I love you guys very much.
On 13333, you just finished that.
Oh no.
No, that's good. You see, Father owns the numbers, guys. Don't forget all this gematria crap. Father owns the numbers. I do believe, I know that they use it. I'm not doubting that, but at the end of the day, he created everything with his words, didn't he? He created
Yeah,
it with his
absolutely.
words. And I think
Yeah,
what they're doing is the copy of that is the numbers, right? Even though we need
yeah,
numbers to work things out and that, but he
yeah,
created the world with his words. And I think maybe I can hear my chook. And maybe I
yeah,
think that they are using the numbers against his word, if you know what I mean. I'll keep
yeah.
that
That's right.
simple, but
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
a thought I thought I'd share, because there's been a little bit in the stream between a couple of people about, the numbers and gematria. But look, we all got our strengths and our weaknesses with what we
yep.
learn. And Paul McCallan, you are a pacifist. He didn't mean it like that, but
No,
you are
no,
one.
no, no,
Paul,
no,
you are
no.
one
When
that
the
you
time,
will protect your family when the time
yeah, that's what
comes.
I meant. That's right. That's what I'm saying. And he's a warrior.
Oh yeah, I
He's a
mean, like,
warrior.
and I just want to, guys, it's Growler's birthday on Sunday. Busty
Ah,
Growler. It's Growler's
okay,
birthday on Sunday. I let the cat out of the
okay.
bag. Come on.
Yeah, I
Like
knew you'd
like
do something.
last year, because it was his first year here, his birthday
Yeah,
come and went. And it was like, I don't know, a month later. And I said to him, so when is your birthday? And he goes, oh, it was a month ago. I went, you
uh,
little
uh,
Roddo, you slipped it through. So yeah, it's his birthday on Sunday. So happy
yeah,
birthday in advance.
yeah. 17. I'm 17.
Yeah, you
I
are.
feel 49 though. I feel 49. I don't know why.
49. Well, you're not 49
Yeah,
yet. Don't go counting it till it's
yeah,
here. Hey mate, you
yeah,
haven't hit
yeah.
the big 50 yet, and you might not on
Yeah,
this and on this plane anyway. We'll have a
yeah.
huge party. We will have a godly huge party with all these people for your
Yes,
50th,
yes.
I hope.
Yeah, well, that'll be good. Yeah, you tune in, guys, and look, I'm more than happy for you. If you just want to pool all your money together and buy me a Super Hornet, I'd be very happy with that.
I'll put in $5.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
All right. I'm gonna
I don't drink. I don't drink. I don't do
no,
anything like that. No,
no, he
no.
doesn't.
So yeah, maybe maybe a bottle of Mount Franklin water or something like that. I'd be happy with.
Lovely. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'll get you your beloved Bundaberg, mango. I'll
Oh,
get you that
mango one.
on
Yes,
the
yeah, it
rocks.
sounds good actually.
On
On
the
the
rocks.
rocks. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a crazy when it's on the rocks.
On the rocks. All right, I'm going to pray. So, look, guys, let's come under the covering. We've still got 44 people in here. And this is probably, the most important part,
Thanks,
because
Joyce.
we just give you thanks, Jace. We just give you the
Yeah,
information and we leave it with you. I will
yeah.
get Messy to leave the links to those websites. If you've come in late, I left about 5 or 6 website names, but we'll leave the links in. I want you guys to do some homework. It is going to blow your mind, spin you out, take you on a different journey if you haven't been down this journey, but it is one you need to go on. Honestly, I know, I'm being told, and Growler knows I will not do that unless I've been pushed and pushed and pushed.
No, that's
Okay,
right.
so in the good way. So
Yeah,
let's come together in prayer, guys. Okay, because we need to increase our faith, our strength. Okay,
yeah.
Heavenly Father. Father, please hear our prayer. We are all together here. We are scattered all over the world. We love you. We come before you as we are. We ask you to forgive us of all our sins, all of them, Father. We place them all at your feet, every single sin, because we cannot take it back. But Father, let our flesh bodies endeavor to do that which pleases you. Father, we ask for strength, but an increase in faith at the moment is our most important thing overall, will be our love and our faith. Increase our love for those around us. Show us how to love those who have had it, even though we don't know how. Show us how to just increase our faith, please, please, and our strength for what is coming. Father, this is so vitally important. You know more than we do. We are in the black here. I close my eyes. I pray to you, and all I can see is darkness. But I know that it is not darkness where you are. Let your light shine in our lives, and let your holy angels be around us. The blood of Yahushua HaMashiach to be on us all the time in these last days, in these last hours. Without you, we are nothing. We admit it and we confess with our mouth. We kneel with our knees and confess with our mouth that Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, is Lord of Lords, King of Kings, the only one above everybody who came and shed his blood. And Father, we know he is part of you, and our prayers go to you, and we love you. Please look after my brothers and sisters on this stream, no matter what's going on in their lives. Send your Holy Spirit to guide them so strong that there will be no doubt that it's your voice. And let the voice of the enemy in our minds grow dim until we can't even hear it. Let him be extinguished from our souls. Take him away from us, Father. Please let your bride be spotless and clean enough for you to come back and get us. Please. Father, we love you. I leave this in your hands, and you know the needs of every single person on here that's listening to this. Please go to them, comfort them, show them what to do. Don't be the small, still voice. Be the screaming voice that we need now. Increase our faith and create in us a pure heart, steadfast spirits to sustain us. I love you, Father. Growler, did you want to add to that, darling? Randall?
Yeah. I just want
Do you want to
to.
pray? Did you want to
Yeah,
pray?
that's
Okay.
what I'm doing.
Okay.
Do Yeshua, I just pray for every single person on the chat here, in the chat, or that's listening in the background. I just pray that you give them your protection that they need. And I pray that you give them the knowledge that they need so they can see the traps, and so they can come to you and rely on you more. Please, all I ask is for the safety and the safekeeping of every single person on this chat, for their families and for their little ones, and for everyone else that they hold dear. I really pray that, if some haven't woken up, please just wake them up and show them what the plans are. And because I know that you don't want anyone to be lost. So we're in such turmoil here at the moment with the MOTB, and I know that you don't want anyone to perish. So I just pray that you open up people's eyes. And the most important thing is that you reveal the one and only true gospel of what you did on the cross. That's the most important thing. That is the most important thing. So I pray all this in your precious name. Bless every single person on this chat and be with them 24/7 and guide them in the way you want them to be guided, and walk in the way that they have to walk in, and so they can be a role model for you. I pray this in your precious name, Yeshua. So be it.
Please let us be able to stand in front of you, Father, in front of you, Yeshua, and you say that it is a good account. Please. So be it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Father.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, everybody. We love you all. You know we do. And we've still got 40 in here. You guys,
Yeah,
we're
thanks,
going to
guys.
be okay. We're going to be okay. We are going to be okay. And please look, I want to give a big shout out to Peter Williams. He sends me so much stuff that is amazing, and I've got one to watch that it's about the DNA splitting. I'm going to do that directly now. So Peter Williams, thank you for everything you send me. Rob Burns, please stay strong, mate. Please.
Yeah, Robbie, we love you, mate.
We're thinking about you. Please, I was talking to Growler about you this morning, about your email.
Yeah.
So guys, if you send us an email, don't ever think that we don't look at it. It's just that so much is coming in and we're trying to keep up with it. It's just like a shooting range at the moment, and everything's happening so fast. So we love you all.
Yaz Child, hello Yaz Child. I want to say hi to Yaz Child. Kathleen
Thanks.
Millard, you've just popped up. Thank you so much, mate. Hope you're going well, Kathleen. And Joanne Herring as well, I saw. Hope you're going well, sister, and everyone else. And Vernon, love you, mate. Love you. And Joseph says, sorry.
And it seems like Bronny's not here. So, Bronny, I know you'll
Oh,
listen to this
Bronny.
later. We will give you a shout out. Bronwyn Patet, we love you. We're thinking about you. You just keep doing what you're doing. You're getting out there and doing the work. You do it,
Yeah,
girl.
she's doing a great job. Bronwyn is doing a great job. Everyone, please pray for Bronwyn as well. And please pray for Anne as well, her daughters and her family, as for her brothers and everything like that, because it hasn't been easy on Anne either. Okay,
Sila.
so yeah.
Sila, Vernon, that's right.
That's right, brother. Love you, Vernie.
Right, guys, so we're going to end this, and we will be back. How about, guys, why don't you guys get it together in the family, my family here? If you would like to give your testimony, please email me. I don't know how to actually send the link, but what I'll do is I'll just put my email address there for you right now. So please email me, let me know you want to give your testimony, and we'll contact you by email, and you can, we'll do an hour or maybe even 2. I mean, you guys have all sat here for 2 hours, so it's just fantastic. This is the gathering under the covering of Yeshua and the Father. So let's get together. Give us your, you can give us a quick description of your testimony, how long you think it might go for, and we will do a live. Oh, fine, but you give your testimony every week.
Yeah, I know. I'm joking. Yeah, no, thanks for the birthday wishes, guys.
Yeah, your birthday's on a Sunday, so we'll be, the Missy gentleman, we know you're there somewhere. Yeah, he must be sneaking around somewhere. No, he's actually, he's, what do you call it? Oh, I can't think of the word. He can't do anything at the moment. He's not incapable. Anyway.
Vernon, no worries. Just send that through to Beck, mate. And like I said, if I can answer any questions or anything like that, just email Beck or do it on the next stream. And if I can, I can. If I can't, I can't. So thanks again, guys.
Thanks, Trixie. We'll be here all day. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
She's in the Hunter Valley, Growler. Trixie
Right.
Hunter
Valley. She near Williamtown. She near Williamtown. Yes.
She might
I've got friends down at
things.
Yeah, I've got friends people that I used to know that worked at RAF Williamtown at the Air Force Base there.
She might see some awesome things in the sky there.
Yes, they could be F-35s or something else.
Or something else.
Yeah.
So, all right, Growler.
Yep.
Let's
all right,
end
mate.
this. Unfortunately, we love you. We don't want to end it, but we have to. We love you all.
Yep.
And we will see you on the next live stream.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Love you. Love so much to you. Thank you.
Please stay tuned and watch my beautiful birds. This is my footage from my tree outside. We love you all, and we will see you soon. Send in your testimonies via email. We'll put a live together. Bye,
Thanks, guys. Love you.